What's up, YouTube? This is No Bum Deals with Aslan Sports Cards. This is my first video. I've been a collector for years, and I've really got into the buying, grading, and flipping game in the last 5 years or so. Um, Getting them graded most recently now using PSA. I used to use Beckett, but now I use PSA. Uh, Mostly football and hockey, but also dabbling in baseball and basketball, especially with those markets the way they are. So why limit myself, right? Today I'm going to present you with an ultra modern bulk order I just got back last week. I sent it out in late May. It was entered June 25th. It was 127 cards that were in the order. Um, I Ultra modern also means that's 2017 and most recent 18, 19, 20. I put a minimum grade of 8 when I submit them, so anything less, I don't even get slabbed with the ultra modern. I get it back raw, maybe for possible resubmission. 'Cause, sometimes they do make mistakes. Um, I think I did pretty well. I think I only had 5 cards that came back less than an 8, and most were 9s and 10s. There weren't even that many 8s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the cards, give you an estimate of what they're going for, and also what I paid for them before I submitted to grading. I think back then the rates weren't even up yet. So I want to say I paid $8 or $9 a card for each one in the bulk order. I think it was 100 card minimum. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show what I bought, how much I paid raw, and what it's going for now, approximately. Obviously, look using recent data. And remember to smash that like button and click subscribe. If you like the video, I should have an economy order coming in soon as well with about 50 cards. Some McDavid, some Sveshnikov, a couple other guys. So, all right. Without further ado, the first card I got is 2018 SP Authentic Anthony Cirelli. I actually have 2 of them, Future Watch autos. They're nice cards. They're on-card autos. He's got a pretty good autograph, too. Cirelli's a guy that he's young, but they're already talking about him possibly in the future being a Selkie finalist. I bought these cards for like between $11 and $20. I think one was 20 and one I got for 11. And now, most recently, there hasn't been many of his cards graded, but there was a Gem Mint 10 that sold for 61 on October 5th. So I think that might even been before they even won the cup. I forget. But the next guy, I bought 3 of his, Connor Garland, for the Arizona Coyotes. I know he's a small market guy. Young prospect, goal scorer. Hoping that he reaches his potential. They can make a surprise run as a playoff team. They were pretty competitive last year. They got some young players, some young talent. I paid $12, and $13, and one now. So the most recent, once again, another guy who's not really sold too much and getting graded, October 8th for 33. So hopefully his cards grow. Next guy, Nico Hischier, another small market guy from Jersey. Paid $6.94 for this guy's card back in the day. His most recent one sold for $33.60 in October. Another one, not too recent. This one I only got a 9 on. Still not bad. Definitely got a return on that. Another all-around player, Bergeron type. Go back to Anthony Cirelli. So, with the upper deck cards, I had really did very well. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Cirellis that all came back Gem Mint 10. And only one that came back a 9. And those cards I paid pretty much between $3 and $4 a piece for. And the most recent one, they've been selling for about $59.99 in November. So that's a really good return. And probably a guy only grows since he's only 23 years old. So he's a young kid. And he's got a cup. And that team's going to be competitive for a while. Another young prospect I got is Mackenzie Blackwood, young goalie for New Jersey. All the Calder talk was all about Kyle McCarr and Quinn Hughes. But I read some articles about Mackenzie Blackwood and his advanced stats where he should have gotten votes. I mean, he wasn't going to because he's just on the Devils, right? Crap team. But, if they build something there, like they were saying that this guy, his advanced stats were deserving of Calder talk. Once again, it did very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 10s. And only 1 9. And I paid about $6 a piece for each card. On eBay, 65 are best offers. The last one I saw late September. So another guy who's not really bought and sold that much. The next guy, Cal Pedersen for LA Kings. Jonathan Quick's hurt a lot on the back 9. So they're looking for a new goalie. And he's not that young. He's 26 years old. But he's pretty good. Goalies can stay around for a while. Nothing of him was graded 10 on eBay that I saw. But I paid $4 a piece for him. Hot goalie goes on a playoff run. Definitely could get a good return on these two cards. So I went 2 for 2. Both came back at 10. Sticking with goalies, the Washington Capitals goalie, Ilya Samsonov. I got 3 of his base cards, sent them in to get graded, and they all came back at 10. I bought these in one lot for $57. And looking at them now, the Gem Mint 10, they're going for about $1.30 a piece as recently as November 15th. So, did very well there. I also got his canvas card. Okay, if you know about Upper Deck, they have a canvas parallel set. And even their base cards come, as you've been seeing, is their base cards get really good grades as long as they're, packed fresh and put them right in. But it seems like the canvas even better. Like, I think every canvas that I've sent in has come back a 10. So, Ilya Samsonov for the canvas. Nothing on eBay graded at 10. I paid just under $20 for it. So. Okay, next one. Elvis Merzlikins. And he's a goalie for Columbus. I paid $15 a piece for it. Paid a little more. If I waited a week or so, I probably could have got him for a little cheaper. I remember thinking. But I got 7 graded. And they all came back 10. Every single one. Okay, and he's another young goalie. Good young team. You got guys like Werenski and Seth Jones. I know you got Korpisalo there, but Merzlikins had a very good year, and I'm hoping that he, becomes a starter. The next guy is Kirby Dach for the Chicago Blackhawks. And another guy went 5 for 5 with. I think a big advantage. Doc's a good player, but I think if he was on a team like Arizona, his cards wouldn't nearly be worth as much. The fact he plays for Chicago, um, got a few young players. He's only 19, born in 2001. So they're hoping that this guy turns into something really good. And you got DeBrincat there. You got Kubalik. So you got some young players as well as the veterans like Kane and Taves. So they're hoping that they can build something again. So I bought these for $13, and as recently as 2 weeks ago, they were selling for $1.60 a piece. So really well there. Next guy got Capo. Now I got two of his cards. One came back a 10, one came back a 9. Looks like a little maybe touch of white on the 9 on the top left hand corner. But once again, way more 10s than 9s. I paid $26 for one of them and $20 for another. The 10 is selling for $1.60, and the 9 is selling right now for $43, and that's with him having, that's all on potential, because last year was not. It was kind of like a learning year for him, but he's another kid who's only 19 years old, so a lot of potential there. Got another Merzlikins canvas card. Okay, nice horizontal card. Paid $13 for this one, and one sold on eBay in September for $75. So that's another one. Now the rest, these next few are kind of like, well, no, actually a couple of good players, but Morgan Frost, he's a young prospect. They just got him graded. Hasn't done much in the league, but he came back a 10. So plays in a hockey market in Philly. So if he has a couple good years, he can his price can jump up. Then you got another one from a big market, Toronto, Rasmus Sandin, defenseman. Boy, they need defense in Toronto. This guy came back at 10 as well. Can't do much worse than the defense they have now. Then you got Nick Suzuki from Montreal. This one came back at 9. I paid $27.50 for this guy, and his 10 is $220. His 9 is probably about $60, I'm guessing. I didn't look that up. I looked up a 10, I think, on accident. But another young kid. He is 21. Plays obviously in a huge hockey market. So if he turns into something, his cards will just shoot up. Next guy I got is Cale Makar, the Calder winner. Only got one of his cards. I got it graded. Came out at 10. I think I paid $50, just under $50, $47 for it. And his 10 now goes for $215. So he's a stud. Another good young defenseman, Adam Fox. I got two of his cards graded for the Rangers. One came back at 10, one came back at 9. And I paid $4.25 and $7 for those cards. The 10 is actually sold for $140 in October 8th, which sounds pretty high. But hey, I'm not complaining. The 9, I'm guessing, is probably around $40, $30. Another good young offensive defenseman. Another defenseman, I think it did pretty well in the playoffs, too. I remember watching the games, hear his name a lot more than Morgan Frost anyways. Philippe Myers came back at Gem Mint 10, which sold for $40 on November 5th. So maybe other people noticed as well. This next card, kind of like these sets. I get maybe one a year on some certain guys. The serial numbered only to 100. It's a rookie breakout. It's actually the only Victor Olofsson card I have, but he was a goal scorer. I believe then he got hurt. But he was in the 20 goal range, I think higher. He was in the Calder running. and hopefully he can hit his potential. But it's a nice card. It's acetate. You can see it's clear. Only numbered to 100. Uh, that's his rookie. So I don't think there was no others on eBay of this one. So, but I paid $17 for that one. So I'm pretty sure I'll get more than that. Here's my first 8. And these cards are in the order of the way, of the order number of the package. So this is literally my first 8. And that's 2019 SPX Adam Fox Auto, which right now I'm kind of breaking even on. I bought it for 26, and I think raw they're selling for a little less now. So, hopefully he blows up and puts up offensive numbers, which I think he will. He's got a lot of young talent around him. You got Lafreniere this year, and you got Panarin still, so confident that he can put up some numbers. Nice card though. Next one from my Bruins team. This is a beautiful card. He's not in his Bruins uniform, and he might be the only prospect that they have right now. But it's Team Canada Juniors, Jack Studnicka, and Premium Swatch Auto. So you got the autograph. Is it a sticker or a hard sign? Yeah, sticker auto. But you got the nice patch. You got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4 color patch there. Numbered to 199. So hopefully he turns into something. He hasn't done much yet. Young kid though. He's only 21 years old. He better do something because they're old. They're an old team. So. All right, that was it for hockey. Now I'm going to move on to football. And I sent in some Mahomes cards, which I bought like in January. Not high-end rookies, but, when you get them back in a good grade, and this guy is a stud, as you all know. But I got here is a retail Panini Absolute Mahomes Rookie Roundup, which I bought for $48. Probably in January, because I scooped some up. I didn't have any Mahomes, and I scooped up before everything shut down and all the cards shot up, like in during the quarantine period, like March, April, May. But I paid $48, and right now, it was a best offer, but it sold in November for $250 or best offer. So let's say the 200 range for this card. Not bad. That's not even a 10. That's a 9. The next two, Panini Rookies and Stars, Gem Mint 10s, both of them. I paid $8. It was a lot. So I had the Rookies and Stars, the Crown Royal, and another Panini for $56. I bought a lot of 4 or 5. And the Gem Mint 10 of the Rookies and Stars sold for $400 or $419. And I got 2 of them. So that's a hell of a return right there. But I don't want to sell him yet because the guy's a stud. Probably win again. Next one, I got a Crown Royal. That was in the same lot. So basically like $18 a card. And this one, the Crown Royal goes for a little more than the Rookies and Stars and the regular Panini. Even though it's a 9, it sold for November 16th, sold for $180. So there's a nice return. And the next one, I got a Panini Patrick Mahomes. And this one's a little less. This one sold for $88, I want to say. $88. And a 9. Which actually, that kind of sounds kind of low. But we'll say 88. The next Mahomes I got is a Panini Donruss. And that one sold for $215. I don't know. I don't know what I bought that for, but definitely wouldn't have bought it for more than like $30 back then. And the last Mahomes I got is the Panini Donruss, the rookies. Um, and this one sold for $250 recently out of 9. So nice looking card. His cards are through the roof, as they should be. The guy's a stud. So that's it for the Mahomes. Okay, the next guy, unfortunately, is slumping lately. Hopefully, they haven't figured him out. But this year, it's definitely a tough year for him. But Lamar Jackson, I got 2 of the Donruss, the rookies. Both came back 9s. Those cards are probably in free fall. What did I pay? $25 for them? I think I paid $75 in a lot. And they're not going for much now. Like $50 or so. The next ones, though, I got 4 Lamar Jackson Donruss. And they all came back 10s. So, right now is not the time to really sell him because he is low. But